Cooperative learning, effective, achievement-producing cooperative learning, takes time, takes effort, takes patience and persistence. But the rewards can be enormous.
Learning becomes exponential. The amount of time you invest is expanded upon by every single student in the classroom.
They thought the bump on the back was the fin. Does anyone else disagree? Bethany? I would like to add that
there's not just one strong student anymore. You have a whole class of strong students that want to participate, and they all want to share their ideas.
For the ELL students, it's been especially a very powerful tool for them. I've learned a lot about students and how they can learn differently and how well they learn from each other.
The kids are talking about the content, which is what you want them to be doing. Kids are learning tolerance for kids who may have difficulty with some concepts. That makes a good learning environment for the kids.
A learning environment in which students recognize and draw on the strengths of others, contribute their own ideas and experiences, and use this collaboration to raise academic achievement for all. But what does that learning environment look and sound like? And how do you create it? It begins with a vision of possibilities. And to help you create that vision for your classroom, we're going to show you cooperative learning in action in several Success for All schools.
It's incredible the levels of discussion I can get out of my second grade reading group. They love to share their ideas.
I think it kind of when they went fishing.
Whether they are high flyers, struggling students, or somewhere in between, cooperative learning creates an environment in which every student can flourish.
I want to add that.
Alex A., I want you to pass the talking stick to somebody who is sitting so quietly and showing active listening.
They were a group of kids at the beginning of the year who had all last year kind of been at the low end, a lot of behavior problems, just not hard to keep on task. Very difficult to keep on task.
I like it when it was nice. Somebody has something they had to disagree.
And with this cooperative learning, what a change in my group I have seen. Those behaviors have kind of faded away, not just from me trying to ignore the bad behaviors and give positive reinforcement, but also through their teams, working together, encouraging them, helping them to get over those behaviors.
You agree? Yeah. So there's something that has somebody else.
They have just blown me away. They are so much further than I would have expected them to be.
I disagree with Zechariah. I think they're going to call him cleaner.
As they're facilitating the discussion, they're in charge, so they're always on task.
But what you're saying is a little bit wrong.
Okay, well, that's okay.
You can add.
You can add to it. What would you like to say?
I would like to add that.
You just look around and you see their heads together. They're active listening. Their body language is right there. They're fully attentive. It's really fun to watch the kids do it. Now, I don't have any quiet students in my class. Everyone is the noisy student who wants to participate. I don't have a strongest student in my class now. Everyone is the strongest student because everyone has a chance to discuss.
That got blown down and they got even.
Ready? Pair.
In third grade, you want to emphasize that there's more than one teacher in the classroom. You're so lucky that you have other teachers that are sitting around you.
I don't know what to say.
Well, ask them again. Ask them how to do it.
How do you do this problem?
I always am pleased when they use accountable talk and take ownership of their thoughts and ideas.
Combine all our predictions into one prediction. So let's start with Sean's. He said,
And I want you and your partner to come up with a goal.
We are setting goals with the team score sheets.
The goal setting allows the students to pick out where their weakness is, so they discuss it with their partner so their partner knows what they have to do to help their teammate raise the bar and get a higher score.
It has helped to create that focus. It gives them something to be working towards a more specific goal to work toward.
Fantastic job. Give yourself, let's give yourself 3 points for working together, for helping encouraging each other.
I have something to add to Brendan's.
The Brendan scenario, okay.
How is the shark gonna find the pigs when the shark is flat? Maybe the bird.
Getting the students to that level, and then they take over from there, and you just sit back and kind of watch it roll. It's really great.
Is our discussion complete?
Is our discussion complete? Excellent job.
They're listening to their partners. They're using each other as a sounding board for new learning, even if it's to agree to disagree. And they learn to respect that.
By getting under a stairway. I'll look up hub.
They're in charge of their own learning, and it's very powerful for these kids.
So you're saying in a sense that the kids are less responsible.
Given a learning environment that supports their growing maturity and desire for independence, students in the intermediate grades can take cooperative learning to increasingly sophisticated levels.
So if this team 1 wants to do parent SEB, and then if team 2 wants to do teachers.
It starts with lessons that are prepared, that are engaging to the kids, that they've got some choice in. You know, would you rather write a letter for Adventures in Writing, or would you rather write an essay? And we've all found that when kids have choice, learning and motivation is just huge.
In my class, when we started goal setting, they're looking at, oh, I need to work on this because it'll help my learning.
So I got 85, so I want to get to, let's say, 95 or something.
They begin to see the strengths of their team. They start to see it as a resource. How my strengths help another member of my team.
When I create my teams for social studies, I have a variety of reading levels. I have students who are on beginning reading level all the way up through high school reading level. So I try to focus in my teams putting someone who is a strong reader. I try to put someone who's a strong writer. I try to insert a team member that has good verbal skills, so that if somebody's not necessarily a good reader, they may have the verbal skills and be able to articulate when it's time for share out. So I try to focus on the strengths that the students have rather than the weaknesses, and pair them up that way.
In fact, students may be more aware of the strengths of their teammates, more tolerant of their differences, more thoughtful about the value of having teammates than we might imagine.
In my opinion, the best thing about having a partner is, I have to say, friendship. Friendship.
Actually, it wouldn't, because
I'm so lucky to have a good partner. She says, okay, that's your idea. Then she would give you her opinion.
Karina was gone for a day, and we were like not a whole team.
Yeah.
Because that's like one person that we don't get to like have more knowledge from too.
And it's like a family.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I was new once, and I was really shy, but everybody else in my group was really helpful in telling me not to be shy.
if I were to advise a teacher, I would put them with like a super team, like 2 kids from a super team, and 2 kids from a team that
a little bit lower,
that are in a lower score. That put them together so they can know each other and help each other to get good scores.
I think my kids are very aware that it's their job to help other people learn, but they didn't come in like that. I think it's from starting, an SFA at the school, kindergarten, first, second, third. I feel like now if a kid's struggling next to them, it is automatically there. Hey, how can I help?
Really good book. Miss T came over and said, she went, wow, would you like to go see if anybody needs help? And we went over to Zeb's group and helped them. Kayla got Belinda on her 3rd paragraph, and I got Donovan and Zeb on to their 2nd. We have 8 kids. Did you know? They really helped us a lot. When Joey and Kayla came over, they really boosted us up. I got finished with everything.
I have 3 sentences.
They have learned that together they can produce a better product than they ever could have individually or alone.
That is a great paragraph.
I think the kids realize that they themselves are smart. I think they doubted that. And I think they're safe to take risks with cooperative learning. And they felt that they had many places to go to help them learn.
It encourages the children to participate in a way that you may not get them to under a regular class situation. The cooperative learning skills that the lessons give the kids, such as the think, pair, share, the numbered heads, encourages them not only to state their ideas, but also to extend their learning into some of the upper level learning skills.
I think cooperative learning is about not just getting the right answer, but going beyond that. And I think that's when you really see it impacting the children.
Ooh, that would be a setting, wouldn't it? Yes. Why is that oppressive? Because
the children work together over a period of time where they're on a team, they're trying to accomplish something as a team, and this builds a sense of cohesiveness, of caring, of concern for others, and so that every kid feels as though there's other kids in the class who care about them, look for them, want to make sure that they're in class every day, want them to achieve at the highest level.
It's a journey and it doesn't end, and I still have many places to go with this particular process. For teachers trying to implement this, it may not be easy, but keep trying and eventually you'll see something. You'll see some little spark or something. You'll have a teaching moment that makes you keep going, because in the long run it helps these children learn, and I think that that's the important thing.
Look at all this teamwork. Thanks for helping your partners get these 2 points. Okay.